Today we're going to be working on my personal car. So I've got a 2022 Isuzu D-Max. I've had this since brand new, so I've had it for a few years now. I've done a little bit of stuff to it already, like a lift, wheels and tyres, roof rack, and then a few lights, bodies on the front. But yeah, we're going to continue to keep building on it. So today really we're going to focus on the actual train canopy. So I'm going to take the tub off and we're going to be putting the train canopy on. So we've just got the stuff over there. So we'll go ahead and we'll get it all unboxed, and then we'll have to go ahead and assemble the actual tray because it comes as a flat pack, and then we can go and rip the tub off and then see if we can get it test fitted today. So let's jump into it. Yeah, so we've just finished unboxing everything, and then we've just gone and assembled it. So I've gone for the TC Boxes 1800, their TCX tray, so it's a newer tray. So I went for 1800 just because I wanted the biggest tray I could go. I just didn't want to go over the actual toe ball, which for the D-Max you can go 1800, and then it just allows me to go 1500 canopy, put the tyre on the back, and then the tyre won't overhang. So that's why I went for the 1800. And I've just gone for it in alley because I'm actually going to make a few changes to it, just like personal preference things. Like they come with LED tail lights, which are pretty nice tail lights, but there's just another tail light out there that I prefer the look of, so I'm just going to opt for those ones. It's probably going to require some different drilling in that, so I just thought, oh, I may as well get it in alley, do all my drilling, all the modifications I want to do, and then get it powder coated at the end and then refit it back on. So same thing with the actual back plate there. You might have seen that we've just taken it off. It has TC Boxes on it. I'm just going to get a new one laser cut just with our company logo on it. So just a few small changes like that I'm going to make, so it just made more sense for me to get it in alley, and then we'll powder coat it later. So we obviously unboxed it all. Just comes as a full flat pack, their new TCX range. So it's actually pretty handy, especially if you ever have any dramas, like when you're going off-road and you actually damage, say, your actual rear part, you can just replace the whole thing instead of having to get a fabricator to then repair it. So it's actually pretty handy. So we just flipped it upside down. We put the tunnel drawer underneath. I've gone for the 1 meter tunnel drawer instead of the big long one. I want to put a water tank underneath, so that's why I've just gone for the 1 meter. I think 1 meter's plenty of space under there, and then it allows me to be able to put a water tank underneath. So that's why I went for the 1 meter. And then fitted up the actual rear part. That just gets bolted on. I think it was like 6 8mm bolts. And then that gets bolted in, and then we flipped it over, put the headboard on, and then that had 10mm bolts bolting that one in. So now that it's all assembled, we'll leave it there, and then we'll actually go ahead and then pull the tub off the D-Max, and then once that's off, then we can actually go ahead and start mounting it onto the actual car. So we're going to start ripping this one off now, and then yeah, see how we go. Yeah, so we've just gone and disconnected everything from the tub. So this is the harness at the back for your sensors. You can just unplug it straight here and then pull the actual tub off, but we decided just to actually remove this harness while it was on the vehicle, just because it's a bit higher. As soon as we take that tub off, it's going to go on the floor. It's going to be a bit harder to get underneath there, and we will obviously need this harness again to go onto our new tray for all our blind spot sensors and then the park sensors. So we're just going to remove that. There's got these little tabs everywhere, and then you've got a little pry tool under them and just flick them up, and then that's how they come out. Or if you wanted to, you're probably not going to need these tabs again when they go on the tray, so you could just get your cutters and just cut them. But I decided to do that, and then obviously if I do need them again, I've got them, and then if not, I can just cut them off later. So that's that harness at the back. Then you've just got another harness here You just unplug them. They're just for your actual license plate LEDs. So you just unplug them, same thing, got those little clips and you pull them straight off. This harness you don't have to worry about, that's not a factory harness. I had central locking that I installed previously into the actual tailgate and it just ran up into there, so I've just cut it off because yeah, obviously I won't be needing that for that, but I'll use this for the actual central locking on the canopy and the toolboxes later. So once the actual tub's off, I can clean it up a bit better, so that's why I just cut that back. And then that's pretty much everything at the back. You've got one plug each side for each tail light. You just unplug that. Don't need to do anything with the actual harness. And then yeah, for the actual tub, you've got 3 bolts each side. So you've got 2 bolts about here and here, and all they have is just a actual bolt. You don't need a spanner or anything. You put a rattle gun straight on it. They come straight out. And then you've just got another one down below here. You can kind of see it through the actual guard there, and then that one's actually got a nut on the back, so you will need a spanner and a gun for that, but then that one comes straight out. 3 each side, that's all done. Then the fuel filler is actually pretty easy to get out, same with the actual door. All there is, you've got to drop this actual guard here, and once you do that, you can just get your hand up in here, and then this just twists and unlocks, and then that's your little door latch done. And then all you've got to do then is there's just one bolt, that's this one right here, that you just got to take out to get the actual fuel filler off. So you just untwist the fuel cap, take that off, and then you just pop this straight out, and then you can get to that bolt, undo that, and then job done. So it's pretty easy to undo the fuel. Usually that's the hardest part when taking the tub off, but on the D-Max it was pretty easy. So we're good to lift it up now. I did take the tyre off underneath. Don't have to do that to do it, but I just did it just to make it a bit easier to get up in there, and it's going to be coming off anyways because it's not going to stay under there anymore. It'll go on the back of the actual canopy, so I may as well take it off now to make it a bit easier. So yeah, we've got everything disconnected now, so we'll get the forklift on it, lift it up, remove it, and then we'll be good to chuck the new tray on. Yeah, so we're just going and get all the tray sides fitted up. So one thing we actually had to do was had to move all these mounting holes, because if we had kept them where they would have been for where the cutouts are for the actual tie downs. I believe TC have already fixed this issue, but it's been like one of the first ones. Yeah, I just had to move them. So that's the big reason why I went aluminium over getting it powder coated in case we had any dramas like this. And then for when I mount all my stuff, then I'll pull it all off, get it powder coated, where right now if I had got it powder coated, then I wouldn't really be able to weld these up. Otherwise, yeah, I'd have to get them re-powder coated again. So it's not a big deal for us. We'll get them welded up by John, and then we can send them off for powder coating. So not too big of a deal, but they do have nut certs. That's what they come with to put all these mounting pins onto, but I just decided just to rivet them instead. I don't see them ever coming off once they're on, so I just thought I'd just rivet them, save me having to have bolts on there. And then we just had to put nut certs in for the top here for just the little latches, and there's got countersunk screws on there. So apart from that, it was a pretty simple process. Put a couple washers underneath just to pack it up for when drilling all these, and then that way it's not hitting flush on the actual tray side. And then yeah, job done. So now we'll just pull all these off, chuck the canopy on, get all those holes drilled, and then we'll put the rooftop tent on that, and then yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that's now the canopy on, and then the rooftop tent on top of that. So yeah, it was just 4 bolts in each corner. Just had to line it up so that it just missed those channels underneath, because there's just 2 sets of channels under there to be able to mount all your under tray toolboxes and mud guards and that. And then just 6 bolts for the rooftop tent on top of that. But yeah, it wasn't too bad to get all that fitted up, but now we'll start building the rest of it. So it's a pretty nice setup once it's done, but not too much at the moment. But it's going to be full fit out inside here, so we'll do a false floor, do the prospector on the front here, and then 2 200s in there, and then plus the rest of the stuff like lights and all that, all your typical stuff, central locking on everything. And then same for the actual toolboxes. So these are pretty big toolboxes, so we should be able to fit a fair bit of stuff in there. On the other side I'll put a air reel on it, and then twin ARB compressor. I'm not sure where I'll chuck it, whether I go actually in the toolbox or under the tray, but we'll see what happens. They're going to bring out the brushless one soon. I think it's only a couple months away till that comes out, so I think it might make it a bit easier to mount it underneath because you haven't got to worry about the actual brushes. And then we've got the tunnel drawer here. So I only opted for the meter one here because I just wanted space behind it to do the water tank underneath. So I'm not sure what size we'll be able to fit under there. We'll have to measure it up and then build a stainless tank for that. But I would have thought we could fit 60-70 litres under there pretty easily. But we'll just have to see what happens there. But yeah, there's be a heap still to do on it, but it's just going to take a while being my personal car. I only work on it whenever I get time, really. Like swap out these tail lights, heaps of stuff. There'll be a roof console going inside, UHF, a heap of stuff. So it just depends how we go for time or when I'll be able to actually do it, but we'll just see how we go. But I'd say the next job on this one will probably be behind the seat battery, just so I can get those roof lights actually wired up. They're all installed, but they're actually not wired to anything, so it'll be good to get them wired up so we can use them. But yeah, we'll just see how we go on that. But there'll probably be a couple more videos coming on this, a bit of a build series, but I'm not sure when it'll actually happen. Just depends when we actually get time to go to work on it, but we'll see how we go. But just stay tuned on our YouTube channel, Ready to Drive Anywhere, for the next one, and we'll catch you then.